Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for June 5th, 2012. It is currently 7:11 a.m. and temperatures right now are pretty much near to slightly below normal, ranging from the upper 40s to the lower 50s throughout the northern mid-Atlantic. Unlike yesterday, most locations are seeing a mix of sun and clouds or just completely clear skies. As unlike yesterday, we don't have any major disturbances rotating through the northern mid-Atlantic. We do have some areas of overcast, but generally pleasant weather conditions are in place with low humidity. Also note there is no signs of fog anywhere throughout the entire northern mid-Atlantic. Let's take a look at the latest infrared satellite picture, and what I have overlaid besides the fronts and the low pressure systems is also the mid and upper level winds, and I'm doing that to show a point here. Here's our upper level low, and you can see moisture from the Atlantic is getting pulled up into the Canadian Maritimes and then thrown back down the coast from New England down into the northern mid-Atlantic. And we're going to continue to see this type of wind pattern in the mid and upper levels through the end of this week until Friday. And that means that we're going to have these disturbances continuing to work their way down the coast, producing the threat for isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, unlike yesterday, the bulk of the disturbances are focused more in northern New England and the Canadian Maritimes as our upper level low continues to lift to the north and east. But you can see with this type of wind pattern in the mid and upper levels, we're going to continue to be under the threat for scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms through this week, and it will be no different this afternoon with the potential for those showers to develop, especially over portions of Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley, northern New Jersey, and northeastern Pennsylvania. Overall, though, most locations will remain dry with pleasant weather conditions in the mid-60s to lower 70s. So overall, not a bad day, but we'll have to dodge an isolated shower or thunderstorm every so often. Taking a look at the latest radar, you can see the majority of the disturbances are located up in Maine, and for the northern mid-Atlantic, we really don't have any organized areas of showers or thunderstorms whatsoever. Dry conditions are in place throughout much of the region this morning. The closest shower or thunderstorm is currently off of eastern Long Island and around Block Island, New York. Taking a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. Of course, we're using the European model guidance as this model has been the most consistent week after week. And as you can see for this evening, our upper level low continues to slowly shift towards the Canadian Maritimes, but we remain under that continuous north to northwesterly flow transporting disturbances through the region. So again, a threat for isolated to widely scattered showers this afternoon. Moving in towards tomorrow, you can see our upper level low continues to inch further north and east. We remain under the same pattern, but temperatures are going to moderate more in the upper 60s to mid 70s throughout the entire northern mid-Atlantic for highs. But again, we'll continue to be under the threat for those isolated showers and thunderstorms. By the end of the week, well, we finally start to clear out. Our upper level low is further north and east, and the influence from that upper level low and the northwesterly flow is really going to start to weaken. We're going to remain under the threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm on Friday afternoon, but I think most locations will remain dry, with temperatures in the mid-70s to lower 80s for highs. We will also notice a marked increase in humidity as winds at the mid-levels start to shift more towards the west and southwest. Now for this weekend, well, if you're looking for hazy, hot, and humid weather conditions, you're going to get it. By the time we head in towards Friday evening, that ridge is going to start to shift into the northern mid-Atlantic, and for this weekend, the upper level and mid-level ridge is going to basically set up in a position that will basically drive hot and humid air from the southeast right into the northern mid-Atlantic. With the ridge overhead, expect clear skies, dry conditions obviously, and temperatures ranging in the mid-80s to lower 90s for highs. Dew points in the 60s to lower 70s, and that means you can expect some very humid weather conditions along with the hot weather conditions. So if you've been looking for more summer-like temperatures, you're going to get it as we head into Saturday, Sunday, and even on Monday. And that weather pattern continues on through next week. We're going to have to watch this trough to see if it produces any cooling effects for the middle of the week. But right now this trough looks pretty weak, with the bulk of the cold air advection, if you can call it that, focused more over eastern Canada than the northern mid-Atlantic, and the hazy hot weather conditions continue with a large ridge over the eastern part of the United States, and that's going to lead to a southwesterly flow at the mid-levels, and that of course means our temperatures are going to remain rather warm with highs in the mid-80s to lower 90s, humidity on the increase, and the threat for an isolated evening thunderstorm due to this type of hot and humid weather pattern. Well, that is your weather forecast for today. I am your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Of course, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.